Have you done anything else with like ESP devices or Tesmoda around your house apart from just a bed sensor?
I've played with the ES Presence stuff. It's okay until I found out like what actually supports iBeacon, because to me it's very much like the whole HDMI or the USB-C specs kind of stuff. It's like, it's got Bluetooth, so it must support it. But actually, if you're actually looking at specific iBeacons, then only certain devices support it.
Yeah.
And the thing that was a killer for me was that I use a Garmin watch and that doesn't support it. I'm like, but that's literally on me all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was really annoying. But yeah, so ESP Presence was one thing I've done. And then the other stuff, I bought one of those, they call them etape, but they're kind of like a similar thing with the resistor stuff, but it's for moisture. So I've got a water tank in the loft, and maybe the ball cock valve maybe gets stuck once a year. And I know the ideal solution would be, why don't you just replace it? But I thought, I know, why don't I just stick this in? It's got like a open-ended tube with the tape in the middle. You stick it in, and then depending on the level of the water would depend again on the resistance type of thing. So I stuck one of theirs on a kind of battery pack, again, taped around one of the loft beams just to see I could get the readings and stuff like that. I mean, whilst I was there, I thought, I'll stick a environment sensor like the BME 680, and it then did like temperature, humidity, and all that sort of stuff. And so that was pretty cool, and it works. And I just got like to measure out the voltage, I just got a bucket of water and just dipped it in, and it's got markings of how high it is up to it's like a 30 centimeter long stick that you had. And that was pretty cool. But it's kind of come down. Well, it's not in there anymore because of running off the battery pack, reporting every minute. It maybe lasted like a day on a battery.
Right.
Yeah. And although it's got electrics, as in it's got lighting in there, it doesn't have a socket or anything. So I'll probably revisit that and maybe send. Yeah. And so I think I'll redo that again. But maybe do a reading on every 10 minutes or every half an hour or something like that, because I don't need it that often.
I love that you could have, like, even for going back to the previous thing with the tank there, right? It's like there's a very easy fix, or I could just over-engineer the crap out of this.
Yeah.
and as with any good home automation person, that's the route you took.
Pretty much. I think we had someone up there fixing something, and they were like, "What's this?" I was like, "Don't worry, it's nothing nefarious. Just ignore it."
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just wires coming out of a tank, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it was. We were actually getting our boiler fixed at the time, and he was doing something with central heating. So I was just like, "What is that?" I was like, just leave it alone."
So it was actually telling you how much water was in that tank, like to that level, or?
Yeah, so it's a 30 centimeter long kind of sheet that was then covered in an open-ended tube. So you can then stick the tube in the water, and then you've got the wires at the top. And the wires is what you power and read off of that to see. Yep. It's very similar to like those bed sensors, except it's just with water. I think it does it the opposite way. So it's with water, it's more conductive. So then you can get more voltage out of it. And then so it's pretty cool. I think I got it off like I can't remember what the site was called, but I remember that the product was called etape. I don't know why, but I can send you the link later on.
Yeah, I'll have a look. That'd be good. How are you getting that information into home? Was that through ESP Home, or were you using something like MQTT?
No, ESP Home. Nice. Same with the bed sensor. They just read it, and then it goes through the ESP Home integration, and it's all there.